But have you seen in the last few years, in your admissions, like how that might have impacted college admissions process or how students' applications are seen? What has been the biggest things you've seen, perhaps?
I think when I'm personally consulting clients that I have not seen much of a personal change just because I am not internally at the
Hmm.
office. I will say overall that I have seen just general data points and general like news articles stating how we're seeing an overall decline in diversity within the entering classes at different schools. I know that is the case at Harvard Law School, but I would say personally, as someone consulting individual clients, I haven't seen as much of a shift in what's happening.
Yeah, of course, it's not like, macro level, micro level data, of course. And so, of course, you wouldn't necessarily see that at an individual level basis. One of the key things emphasized there was also kind of standardized testing as a key. And during the COVID era, a lot of that was waived as temporarily, you don't need to submit that. And now a lot of schools are bringing that back. How important is really, an SAT score, an ACT score to the application itself, pending, all else in your application?
I always tell clients, and I believe this has been the perspective of various companies I've worked with as well, that you are putting yourself at a disadvantage not submitting a test score, even if it's optional. And the reason that's the case is that's like the one hard piece of data colleges have where you can prove that you are attaining this score that puts you in X percentile across board compared to so many students in the country. It's very hard when you're looking at different schools and their grades and different GPAs to really know what that means across different states, different schools. And from an admissions officer's perspective, if you're sending in like a 34 on the ACT, that's a very compelling point of information slash data saying, oh, okay, this actually is a really competitive applicant. At the same time, if you're not able to achieve that score that you're trying to achieve, definitely hold back on it. I will say we are seeing schools continue to make that optional requirement not optional again. So I think we're seeing a trend towards requiring those scores in the long run.